I generated $8,000 in my first 8 weeks of reselling. Here are the items and my biggest sellers that helped me get there. But to get started, I had a junk drawer with a few Nintendo 64 games. I think there was Mario Party, kind of Donkey Kong, a few others that might pop up on the screen. There was Pokemon Omega Ruby and Pokemon Y, and that was my start. That was my start on eBay. These early sales really give you momentum and motivation to keep pushing, get out there to source some more high quality stock that's going to turn around and sell this fast. It only took me a day to get my first order, which I was very grateful for. So yeah, my intentions were to sell everything, but instead I ended up in the niche I wanted to be and stayed there. And now I'm just adding categories. Not long after that, I added Pokemon TCG, video game consoles, and DVDs and Blu-rays. They're a really constant seller and a fantastic one to have in your eBay store. Here's how my 8K in revenue breaks down by category on eBay. Starting off, the breakdown of categories at 15% of sales is video game consoles. They're a great category to get into. They can cost a bit to ship, especially the chunkier old PS3s and the old Xboxes, but you know, if you price them correctly, include that shipping into the price, they're a great seller. My average sale price in that category is $120. So it's fantastic. You often pick them up in bulk buys. You know, it's a great category to sell in. The freight might scare some people away, but I don't think it should worry you. Just plan ahead. Everything will be okay when selling consoles. My biggest console sale and my third highest sale to date was actually a metallic blue Nintendo 3DS. I got as part of a package deal with a few Pokemon games. It didn't have a charger. I purchased a charger and put this up for, I believe I got $280 for this one. It was a great turnaround, great pickup, and definitely a console you should be looking out for. I also like to bundle some less desirable games with the consoles. If I buy a bulk lot of games, I will separate the $15, $20 plus listings out of the rest of the games, sell those individually, and use the rest as either bulk to sell with a console or bulk to sell on Whatnot or on Facebook Marketplace. Next category, sitting at 17%, are the DVDs and Blu-rays. These ones are great. I picked up this mountain of DVDs for $200, and I've just been ticking through those slowly for weeks since. I generally list DVDs and Blu-rays when I'm out of stock of video games and Pokemon TCG. They're great gap fillers. They constantly tick over, generating like $925 so far on Blu-rays and DVDs at an average sale price of around $28, I believe. I would know what to do without them. I actually need to find another buy of DVDs and Blu-rays. I'm got 1 day listing left of those and I'm all out. Unfortunately, I'm yet to come across one of these holy grail DVDs that sell for $100 plus. I'll see if I can find a couple of examples to pop on the screen. I love to keep an eye out for these. It's a fun part of doing this, is the treasure hunt of buying and purchasing. Whether that's at a thrift store or as part of a bulk buy, it's so much fun searching through and seeing what you've actually got there and what is worth much more than you could ever imagine. The next category, and the category that got me into this whole thing, is Pokemon TCG. This category is a huge one of the biggest on eBay, I believe. These things sell rapidly. My average sale price is $11.81. Doesn't sound like much, but at the scale and the quantity you can sell these things, it adds up quickly. Yeah, sitting at 39% of sales and about $1,500, roughly $1,400. It's a fantastic category, and it's also the category of my highest sale, which was this. It was a Black Kyurem Full Art from Boundaries Crossed. Such a beautiful card, and one that had a lot of sentimental value. This is actually my best friend's card that he pulled years ago. 10 plus years ago, and he still had it. I purchased a bunch of cards from a mate, and this is part of the collection I brought, and it's still my top sale to this date. Due to the sheer quantity of sales in Pokemon TCG, it is very beneficial to gain a lot of feedback. That's if you are shipping the cards correctly. I have a philosophy that it's pretty simple, really. I think most card sellers probably have it, and that's send cards how you'd like to receive them. I probably overpack my cards a little bit, especially on the cheaper scale, but that $5 card may be the last piece of the puzzle for someone's complete master set. And I want that to arrive, specially packed, just like $100, $200 card. They're all collector's items. They're all awesome. I try and give those cheaper cards as much respect as possible, and I think that shows through in my feedback. Pokemon TCG also just adds that constant stream generated by the video games and the Blu-rays and DVDs. It just allows money to flow as I look for these bigger ticket items like Black Kyurem, like the Charizard VMAX, like Jesse and James. The top category, sitting at about 33%, probably no surprise, are video games. These things are insane. You can get some high average sale prices with high sell-through rate, depending on the games. Video games are sitting at about $30, $35 average sale price, which is brilliant. My biggest problem with video games is keeping them on the shelf, to be honest. My total sales for video games is sitting at about $1,800, $1,850. It should hit 2K by the end of the weekend, which would be cool. Video games is also home to one of my favorite items I've had, and my second biggest, highest sale, and that was Pokemon Gold. In box, protective case. The only thing it was missing was the manual. The memories holding this thing were incredible. It sold quite quick. I did take quite a big best offer on it. I had it listed for $330. I ended up taking $280 or $290, I believe. But still, I picked that one up for $130. It was one of my first purchases, and it was a great sale. I was really happy with that one. A couple of honorable mentions in video games are Skylanders. I actually caught Cash Converters sleeping with these ones. I was just going through the games to see if there was anything they missed. Noticed Skylanders for, I think it was Investigators for $3. Comped it up, $80, $90. I was like, wow, that is incredible. Looked a few games over, Skylanders Trap Team. I'm like, obviously I'm going to check that one now. The comps are showing $140, $150. It was an incredible pickup. It ended up being like $6 into $220, $230. So yeah, definitely keep your eyes out for Skylanders and do your comps on that console version of Skylanders. So there they are, my top 4 categories that got me to 8K revenue in 8 weeks. My eBay sales alone come to about $7,750 for the 8 weeks. My last few $100s to make up the 8K actually came from Whatnot. I decided to move along items that I couldn't list for a high enough value on eBay on Whatnot, basically dollar start auctions. I'd already profited on the lots that I got these products from, so anything from Whatnot was just a bonus, and it was a lot of fun. I got to open a pack on stream, which was mind-blowing. I never thought I'd be able to do that. Technically, I made $3.50 opening a pack. I've been paid to open Pokemon cards like complete. So that's it, guys. That's how I got to $8,000 in revenue in my first 8 weeks of reselling. Vast majority was eBay with a sprinkle of whatnot. But yeah, let me know what category do you guys want to niche down in or are niching down in already, and what's working for you. Until next time, Tenant Collects.